Hey guys, welcome to Black E Cool. My name's Gershon. Today we're talking about Justice League. It's gonna be a spoiler review of Justice League. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. Come back, check out this review. So Justice League is getting a lot of flack, and people are wishy-washy like they were with Batman vs Superman. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I'm not gonna lie, wasn't a fan of Batman vs Superman. Too long, boring, too dark. Totally got Superman wrong, for me anyway. But it just wasn't a good movie to me. But Justice League, it's good. I like it a lot. I was entertained. I had fun. I could follow the story. I knew what was going on. There was no. I mean, granted, there is mistakes in it, and you see where they cut out a lot of the movie, but it's still cohesive to a certain extent. Like the first part, it's a little bit all over the place, but then it starts to follow a line, and it follows it all the way through to the end. Um, I definitely give it like a B plus. Like I had fun at Justice League. I like Justice League a lot. I saw it twice. I would see it again. It's good. I can't say anything more positive about this movie. It's a good movie. It's not as good as Wonder Woman, but it's up there with Wonder Woman. It's a good step for DC, in my opinion. Unfortunately, people didn't feel the same way because the box office didn't do so well. So I think it's the lowest earning DC movie in this new universe, which sucks because it's good. It should have made $1 billion. Billion is much. It should have at least made $800 million. It's a good movie. Um, I love the way. Well, technically, I love the second scene in this movie, Batman scene, which gets you for one excited for a Batman solo movie in this universe. I don't know if it's still gonna happen, being Ben Affleck might not still be Batman, but that's hearsay and some talk. His brother said something, but we'll see in the next 2-3 years what happens with that. But that first scene with Batman is amazing. To watch him take down a burglar, which he wasn't even trying to take down that burglar. He was using that guy as bait because he was tracking a parademon, which was awesome. His first fight with the parademon, like it was cool. Like I didn't know how they were gonna do Batman in this. Like I like Batman and Batman versus Superman. His little warehouse scene. Spoilers for that if you didn't see that. Which why would you see that? Not see that, but I can understand why you would see it. It's a very long and terrible movie. But that warehouse scene is like the best scene in that movie. So I say just watch that scene. But this first scene for Batman and Justice League set the tone of kind of what was going to happen in this movie, and it's a good tone setter. Unfortunately, the first scene in this movie is Superman on a weird cell phone thing, and you can see his face. Because if you don't know by now, Henry Cavill had a mustache because he was doing another movie while they were doing needed to do reshoots for this movie, and Paramount, I think it is, said no, he can't shave the mustache. So they had to, Warner Bros. Had to digitally remove the mustache off his face, and it looks terrible. It's instantly noticeable on the first scene of this movie. They have him with his digitally removed mustache, and it looks horrible. They try to make it less bad by making it like a gritty cell phone video, but it's still terrible. Still terrible. But that was not the best way. They probably shouldn't have used that to start the movie off. They really probably shouldn't have did that, but their choices. I mean, but like I said, this movie is a B for me. Um, it's good. It's entertaining. I had fun with it. I don't understand why so many people are so upset with it and don't like it so much. But everybody has their opinion. But let's break down some of my favorite scenes in this movie and some of the people I'm really excited to see in their solo movies. So, like I already said, one of my favorite scenes is the Batman on the rooftop fighting the parademon. Awesome scene. I also love spoilers, which this is already a spoiler, when they resurrect Superman and he fights the Justice League. That is an awesome fight. Like, you kind of see Superman go all out, and you kind of realize like he can defeat everybody on the Justice League with no real energy. Like, at least in this universe, no problem, he can beat everybody. He's way stronger than Wonder Woman, stronger than Aquaman, stronger than Cyborg. Like, he faster than the Flash. I believe he's faster than Flash. Even though the Flash is still kind of new with his powers, but whatever. This fight is awesome. Like, there's beautiful scenes. It looks gorgeous. The action is on point. The CGI is on point in this scene. Like, it's okay CGI. It's not super buggy or nothing. It looks good. Like, that's one of my favorite scenes in this movie. Of course, you have what's his name? I forgot their big bad name. I literally just forgot his name. Whatever. So the big bad in this movie, he's a CGI bad guy. So he looks terrible. He's gray. They don't give him any color. He just looks terrible. But he's there to move a plot along. He's big and he looks terrible. Like, I think they should have went with somebody else as the bad guy or the main villain of this. But that is one of the bad things about this movie. The villain is not memorable. He's a gray blob, CGI giant gray blob of a guy. He's very forgettable. But who I do really like in this, I'm going to remember his name eventually, but who I do really like in this, I like Cyborg in this, and I like Aquaman in this. Aquaman, I'm super excited for Aquaman's solo movie now. Like, to see how he, what's the dude's name? To see how Jason Momoa is going to play Aquaman, I'm all on board. Like, I'm excited for an Aquaman movie. Never thought I would say that in a million years, but I'm excited for an Aquaman movie. I'm also excited for a Cyborg movie. I love the way they went with Cyborg in this. He was super serious, but still down to earth and a little bit relatable, even though he was dealing with if he's his humanity and if he's part of an alien what's the word? If he's part of an alien invasion, he's not sure if the tech in him is going to be used to be a spy for the aliens to invade Earth. Great action with him. They give him a little bit of an arc, but not too much. Like, everybody has a little bit of an arc except for Superman. His arc, I think, got cut out because I guess he was supposed to go a little bad for a little while and then come back good. I'm glad they didn't do that. They don't have time for that in this movie. They cut this movie down a lot more. It's like an hour and 40, maybe 50 minutes, which is good. They hit you with the main points of this movie, get you into the action, get you into the loose base story they have in this, and I think that's good. Like, this didn't need to be a long, drawn-out movie like Batman vs. Superman. There was no reason for that to be that long, drawn out. So there's no reason for this one to be long, drawn out. I would like a little more time, maybe push 2 hours and 20 minutes to give a few other characters a little more development, but then again, that might not be good. They might not use it properly, so I think the time frame was good. I'm not very excited for Flash. Like, he was so-so in this for me. Like, I think I might be a little too used to the Flash TV show Flash, because this Flash was a little too goofy. He just didn't seem like Barry Allen. I just couldn't connect with him. He was alright. Most of his funny scenes were in the trailer. Like, I don't know, he just didn't connect with me. Maybe I'm not excited for his solo movie, but the way it looks in his solo movie is going to be way down the line anyway. Unless they do Flashpoint. They're talking about doing Flashpoint because they might be talking about rebooting this whole DC universe, which is, I don't know. They do need to have a direction. DC, that's their problem. They don't have a direction with these live action movies they're just playing it by whim, it seems, and you can't do that with these monumental characters and these monumental stories that you're trying to tell. You have to have a direction, and they really don't have a head guy directing this like Marvel does, unfortunately. Like, they have awesome heroes, awesome stories to tell. They just need somebody to funnel all those stories into one direction to make a cohesive universe. But I don't know how long it's going to take them to do that. It's going to take them a while. I think a reboot might help, but as long as you don't lose Aquaman and Cyborg and Wonder Woman, she's awesome. And Henry Cavill now. If he's gonna be happy Superman like he was in this, he wasn't sad. There was a moment when he was sad and depressed, but he got out of that real quick and he came happy, hopeful Superman. And that's Superman. Superman is supposed to be happy. He's supposed to be hopeful, not sad and depressed. You can fly, bruh. You shouldn't be sad. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. But if they keep him like this, happy and hopeful and joyful, like Superman, which Superman is used to being, then that's a better Superman, I believe. Like, it gives you more to do with that Superman. No one wants to see a sad, depressed Superman. Like, no. Why? So let's talk about the Amazons in this movie. They're naked. Like, they're really naked. And like, I was a little disappointed. Like, these are women that are warriors. Why do you have a midriff in your armor? That makes no sense. Like, I mean, they're beautiful women. They didn't have to be naked. Like, that lets you know, like, in Wonder Woman, they had armor on that made sense. Like, they covered their body. And they still look sexy. In this, they were just naked. And, like, I was like, why are these women so naked wearing armor? What's the point of wearing armor if you're going to have a big open, your stomach open, wide open? That made no sense. That let you know that Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon kind of dropped the ball on them. Like, they really didn't take care of the women in this universe. Like, and also there was a lot of Wonder Woman butt shots. Like, you didn't see any butt shots in Wonder Woman. Like, I don't remember any butt shots in the movie Wonder Woman. In Justice League, I saw like 3 butt shots. Like, that was just disturbing. I mean, not disturbing, but it's sad to see that you've taken such a powerful character and kind of brought her back down to just a butt shot. Like, come on, man. It's 2017. You can appreciate a woman without showing her butt cheeks. Come on. So that was disappointing. But her scene when she saved everybody in the museum, that was an awesome scene. She was badass in that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna review Wonder Woman eventually too. I gotta get on top of that. But I'm also excited for her second movie. Like, I'm excited for her second movie, and I'm excited that what is the lady's name that's directing it? I forget her name. I'm gonna put it up here. I forget her name. I'm glad she signed back on to direct Wonder Woman 2. I wish she would have did Justice League. I honestly wish she would have did Justice League. I would love to see what she did with the Justice League story and how she directed them. Because I think she would have did a better job in a Justice League movie. Like, honestly, I would love to see what she would do with a Justice League movie. But yeah, Wonder Woman's scene was awesome. It was really cool. I also liked the scene where Aquaman is sitting on the lasso of truth and he starts getting emotional. That was funny. Like, that was like generally funny. It wasn't pulling teeth trying to make a gag here. It was funny. I really like Cyborg in this though. I'm really excited to see his movie and see how they do that. I'm not gonna lie. There's like 3 to 4 movies I'm excited for. I'm excited for the Aqua movie that's coming out next year. I'm excited for the Cyborg movie, which is supposed to be coming out in like 2021 maybe. I'm excited for Wonder Woman's second movie. And if they do it, which I don't know if they're gonna do, I'm excited for a Batman movie. That's what this movie has made me excited for. Like, I'm still excited for things in this universe. I've said excited a lot. Let's count how many times I said excited. Just kidding. But I'm 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 looking forward to things in this universe. This movie is giving me perspective of what could happen in this universe and the good things that can happen in this universe. This is still a good movie. It has its faults like most movies do, but those faults don't outweigh the good stuff in this movie. So I hope they don't try to restructure everything from this, like move from this and go forward. Because this is a good stepping stone. Yes, it didn't make all the money in the world. It should have made all the money in the world. It was good enough, at least in my opinion, to make all the money in the world. But I don't know what they're going to do. I'm still excited for those movies. And then let's talk about the end scene where you got that big bat. That's one of the faults they had. This became another change the Earth into another world type movie where it's basically like Superman, Man of Steel, where they're terraforming the Earth. I mean, yes, they're terraforming it in a different way, but they're still terraforming it for Darkseid and making it. What is his planet called? Apocalypse. That's what it seems like they're doing. So that was bad writing. Like you could have came up with something better than that. So the other scene I like is when Gal Gadot's talking to Bruce Wayne. Or, I mean, Wonder Woman's Diane is talking to Bruce Wayne, and they're talking. They're talking about the mother boxes, and she's explaining to him what the mother boxes are, and you have that flashback of the Atlanteans, the the Atlanteans, the Amazonians, and human man, and even other alien races fighting Steppenwolf when he came to Earth millions of years ago, fighting him, trying to get the mother boxes apart. And you see them all come together to fight him because he was trying to destroy. He was trying to make the Earth kneel first before he destroyed it and whatnot. So you actually see a Green Lantern in the fight. So that lets you know that Green Lanterns are in this universe. And so that's coming down the pipeline, which is cool to see. Hopefully it's not as bad as that Green Lantern movie was before. But I have faith that... I don't even have faith that they're not going to do that. I don't think it's going to be that bad, but... I have very little faith in them making a good Green Lantern movie. Let's just say that. But you see that fight, and that was a pretty cool fight. Seeing Amazons and Atlanteans fighting together, and it was a whole peaceful war for them, or this war brought them together and brought peace between these different nations, which was cool. I think there was a guy with like lightning powers. I'm not sure if he was just a god, because they said other gods came and helped fight Steppenwolf at this time, and there was a couple ladies, but that was a really good scene. I like that scene a lot. It was cool to see the Justice League fight together. Like you see Wonder Woman fight with Aquaman, tag teaming, helping each other. Then you see Superman come in and just murder Steppenwolf. Like he's clearly stronger than Steppenwolf, with no hesitation. Like you can see he's stronger than Steppenwolf. But then they have him leave the fight and go save people. Like that Superman, he's loves to save people. Like he's about hope and goodness, and you see him go save people in the middle of a fight. Not like he did in Man of Steel, where he was fighting through buildings and crushing and killing people. But you see Batman also fighting, and like I thought they were gonna give him much to do, but he has a lot to do in this fight. He's actually helping. He's doing this thing in this. It's cool to see. It's really cool to see them all fight together. Flash is doing his thing, helping Cyborg, buying Cyborg time so he can pull the mother boxes together. Oh, and that's a real good joke. One of the best jokes in this movie is when Cyborg's like, "Hey, when I tell you pull that apart," and he's like, "You think we're gonna be able to live through this?" And he's like, "Yeah, I believe we're gonna live through this." He's like, "I think me and you are the two that could survive this blast." He's like, "Hope so, because I like being alive." And he pulls it apart and it blows up. And then you see him on the ground, and Superman's like, "Oh, I take it back. I don't want to be alive anymore." Hilarious. Even Cyborg has a little hilarious moment where he's like, "Oh my god, my toes hurt. How is that even possible? I don't even have toes." That's hilarious. That's funny. there's like really good funny scenes in this movie. And then let's talk about the end credit scene. They have two. First one is just a comic book one where Superman and Flash are racing. And even in there, I still didn't think Flash was funny. Just not a fan of Flash. Not a fan of this Flash. But the second end credit scene is Lex Luthor talking to Deathstroke and telling him that he believes that he sees that Justice League is back together and they got a team. So he thinks that we need a team. And it's showing that he's about to start the Legion of Doom, which is really cool to think about down the road, that the Legion of Doom and Justice League will fight in a movie. That is awesome to think. I don't think it's going to happen because I think they're going to reboot this, but that is awesome to the possibility of that actually happening. Alright guys, and that's my review of Justice League. Like I said, I give it a B or 8 out of 10. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what's your favorite part, what's your favorite scene, what you thought about the movie. Where do you think they're going to go with this universe next? Are you thinking they're going to do Flashpoint and kind of do a soft reboot of their whole universe, which I don't fault them for doing it. That might not be a bad idea. But hit me in the comments, let me know. Also, like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Also, if you could share this video, I appreciate that. And hit the little bell so you can see when I post new videos. Alright guys, until next time, see you later.